Welcome back.
Me and you.
Rad, bad, and sad.
And all of you.
Show.
The internet is with us today.
Yeah.
And today, hope you have your passports.
You got to bring your passport if you want to leave the country.
Because we're going
now more than ever.
Unless you're already in Hamburg, Germany.
Is any of you in Hamburger?
Who are you? Raise your hands.
Raise your hands. Are you eating a hamburger?
You know those like that cat thing in the Chinese restaurants that all, well, good luck.
How does the queen wave?
That always
she goes like this.
Or something like that.
Something like that.
She does. I think she does a hand.
Oh yeah, she does this.
Yeah,
that's
she would definitely wave at this building. This is Herzog and Meuron. This is the Philharmonic building in Hamburg, Germany.
Looks like it's in the middle of the ocean to me, but
it does. It has a very float element to it. So this building, actually, the thing about this building is it was hard to find a picture for this building, because literally this building. And maybe I'm kind of giving away a little bit about how I'm going to rate this building, but this building looks good and it looks different and interesting in different types of weather or different times of day or different angles. It's literally there were so many interesting.
You were just swimming in photographs.
Well, this building changes so much depending on the weather and the time of day because of the materials and what's happening on the top versus one side versus the other, and the kind of what you get with the perforations from so.
Yeah, I can imagine. I think I've seen some photos in the fog.
A lot of stress in picking this building. Anyway, so we settled with this image. You saw this building in the fog?
I think I've seen some photos.
Yeah.
In the fog. Sometimes when I'm driving around in the fog, I just see this building. And I gotta slow down and I'm like, oh my God.
You hallucinate this building?
Yes.
You look through your rearview mirror and you're like, is that
there it is again!
Is that the
shit? That's why I took the train here. I was like, I can't. When I take the subway.
Well, if this thing caught you, I think you would be in trouble.
I agree. I wouldn't want to come across this in a dark alley late at night.
Yeah.
At least not the top half.
It looks like a sort of like a chorus of Christmas carolers. All these little mouths, they're all like, joy to the world. They're just like a bunch of just floating mouths, just kind of everywhere along the sort of surface of this thing.
And then there's that one huge mouth.
Yeah.
That's what do they call it? The baritone. Oh, joy to the world. And then they all have this strange brick tuxedo on, or what's this bottom part?
The cummerbund.
Reminds me of a cummerbund.
A brick cummerbund.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
A brick cummerbund. That is a good idea.
Nice.
I need to make me some of those. And
then but they have that little bit of reveal just between the cummerbund and the upper body,
and the chorus,
and then
the screamers,
the amazing hairdo. He worked on his hair for at least 2 hours.
Oh yeah,
that's
totally. Probably
you had to do 15 minutes for every point of gel.
Yeah, that's a lot of gel, and really with all those mouths, they got some mouths mouths.
And then all this kind of stuff that looks like it's swimming through. It looks like a sort of a really cool section cut of a fish tank, where there's just tons of fish going by.
So the water's going this way, and the fish is actually. My girlfriend was trying to talk me into just getting this huge fish tank that was sitting on the side of the road just today. It was 6 feet.
I should
have got it.
Should shape it into this.
There's still time.
Call it the Philharmonic.
Yeah. Yeah, the top is pretty amazing. I can't help but think. I want to see a photo where it's the water is doing the same thing as the building in front of it. It's stormy weather.
Oh, yeah.
And then...
It's choppy.
Choppy.
As we surfers would say. Once it's choppy, it kind of sucks.
Choppy,
but in this case, I would say it
looks pretty glassy.
Pretty good. It's glassy, yeah.
No waves.
It's like morning surf on one side, and then it's like afternoon surf up on top.
Yeah. Morning surf.
Glassy and morning. Yeah, all these kind of fish going by. But a fish tank that's so murky that hasn't been cleaned.
Yeah, definitely hasn't been cleaned.
But the fish keep populating a lot. So it's almost like
they're eating it. They're happy to eat it.
Yeah. You forgot about the fish. I actually forgot about my goldfish when I was a kid and it died, and still not over it.
I had a bunch of fish, or whatever my family did. At one point we came home and there was the big fish, and then the little fish was stuck in its mouth, and it was just
bummer.
It was
bummer.
It almost, now I think about it, almost seems like a concept for a building.
Well, so yeah, maybe the carolers are actually some of the fish that have decided to try to escape. They've literally they've just backed up and did a beeline for the surface, and they got their mouths just kind of stuck in there, and they couldn't get any further.
Stuck in the surface.
Yeah.
I just saw something about alligators today, about how they survive
I did too.
the ice, and
They keep their nostrils out.
Yeah, their nostrils are just out. They're just sitting there
So
freezing their ass
that's how this
off.
building stays alive in the winter. It keeps its little spouts out.
But what's going on with all these little square windows?
Where's the
Down at the bottom.
Oh, down on the brick.
All these cute little, just all these squares. It's almost as if, I'm fantasizing that the bottom half was built 50 years ago or something, or not 50, but and then the top half is more contemporary, but that is not the fact.
I don't think that's the fact.
No, but it really has that feel. It has this sort of double building feel.
Yeah, and they have another building similar where they did do that, where they did something similar to this, where they stuck something on
one
top,
in Rome or whatever,
on something like the kind of copper colored.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
We're being bad
That
architects
one was
right now.
actually
Don't remember the names,
but that one was actually a renovation. So
right.
I think this is the ground up.
And then these these little they look like toy soldiers that are guarding the building. The three musketeers that are standing outside.
Those AT-AT things
little
in
cranes.
Oakland that inspired the Star Wars AT-ATs. But these are kind of more playful. They're kind of more European AT-ATs or something.
And more stylized.
Yeah, they're just it's like a conductor or something. It's three conductors.
Yeah.
But I always think are those not part of the building, or are they? Because sometimes they have those things and they help clean the building.
They're part of the picture.
This guy's good. He's
right.
good. He's on it.
Let's stick to the context.
Nothing.
What do you think's going on in that little
him.
sort of like that reverse speed hump right through the middle there that kind of sucks you in? Is that the landing
That's the
pad?
mouth. Yeah, that's the landing pad for Darth Vader. He just comes right in there.
Yeah, I definitely think once I start traveling by drone, which will be any day now, that's where I'll come in and sort of park my minivan drone will go up there.
Minivan drone.
Like the big one. And then otherwise, when I'm playing, I'll go up on the roof and drone off.
You would just drone into one of those mouths.
Yeah.
In fact, what should really happen is when this thing, really, this is the Philharmonic Theater, but you sit out in a boat and you just listen to it. That thing.
Oh, yeah.
And then as it's singing, there's just drones coming out of its mouth.
Every mouth is a different.
It's just all these drones.
I like that. Every mouth is a different instrument.
Yeah, this should really be an organ.
Like a trumpet sort of spout. Spout's not the right word, but we'll just roll with it. Actually, that's sad.
Then this thing becomes just an object.
Yeah.
Which it kind of is in many ways, but.
Yeah.
I guess, what are those?
There's so much going on here.
It's pretty nuts.
It's amazing. And then the cutout of the sort of the roof again almost looks like it was photoshopped in because it's so, that thin black line.
No, they did a really good job with that.
It literally looks like it was kind of.
It's very kind of
photoshopped into the landscape. And then the droopiness of it, looks like someone kind of put some had some curtains or something that they used, and then they just.
Yeah, the top it's very kind of almost romantic.
Mm-hmm.
It's very sort of emotional,
rococo, baroque.
But then the bottom thing is just so serious tuxedo.
Rigid. Yeah, they like a little contrast. I like contrast.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this building, I don't know if we could have any more contrast. Just this sort of collision between two things. It's two people, it's like a couple. This building is a relationship.
It's true. It would be funny if that bottom half, the brick area, is some kind of penitentiary, like a sort of jailhouse where you have these little tiny windows. There's one of these in downtown LA.
Yeah, totally.
And then upstairs is just a sort of house of debauchery. Just it's like a Vegas, everything's fun and playful and bars and parties and all that kind of. So you have this people that are just really living the most minimal life possible down below, and then up top,
and then it's total chaos.
Everybody's just having this full exuberance, and everything's bubbly and expressive, and
I like the idea of putting Las Vegas on top of a penitentiary.
Yeah, well, that's funny. It could be a reminder that if you screw up too bad up top, you gotta.
It's instant.
They drop you
down.
It's
there was that building here in LA that used to be. It was the courthouse and the prison all at the same time. I think it was also the police station. They're working on it right now, but it kind of had everything happened in there.
The trifecta.
Yeah, so you if you got busted for a crime, you went there and you waited to go to jail, and then you went to court in there, and then you went to jail, all in the same building.
Imagine how shitty the food was in that building.
Oh.
The most uninspired cuisine in all of the land.
Yeah. But
So, yeah.
this reminds me more of like what that building might look like if a building looked like what it was.
Yeah. Again, those sort of like droopy mouth things that look like a sort of like a rain spout kind of thing, really kind of captures.
Almost like a modern gargoyle.
Yeah. Oh,
like
that's
a
true.
Whole
That's
bunch
funny.
Of gargoyle. It's like a very contemporary
That's funny.
guardrail.
That's a good read.
It's very.
I like that.
It's such a cartoony mouth.
Yeah.
It's like the happy lips and
a
the.
buckshot of like if you took a shotgun of gargoyles and just shot them across the whole building, and they all just kind of like stuck there in time.
It's almost like they like throw a hole in the wall with the cartoons. It's almost like a throw a knife.
So you could drive like a Bugs Bunny.
Yeah.
You take the train through it. Yeah, that's amazing.
It's like when you're lonely, you want to talk to somebody and you
Yeah.
throw a mouth on the wall and then you start talking to the mouth. This building is very mouthy.
It is.
People say that. Mouthy.
You remember what Han Solo looked like when they froze him? He's like,
This is a whole bunch of Han Solos.
This
is like the whole Jedi Knight, I don't know, trifecta or something.
Yeah, the Han Solo convention.
It does have that kind of like reliefy.
Yeah. All right. Well, a lot of fun this building is.
So what are you going to be?
I'm going rad. I think it's so rad. I think there's so much stuff going on. I think we could probably talk about this for another 15 minutes, but we want to respect people's
I think we could.
people's time. So I'm going to go rad on this one.
All right, I'm still on the fence with this one. I'm going to say sad.
Somewhere in between.
I mean, it's amazing, but at the same time, I just don't think it's rad. It's just not rad.
All right, it's all for me. I'll keep it to myself. So that is the Herzog and Meuron Philharmonic building, and there's actually a more sort of like German name for it that I'm not going to try to pronounce, but it's in Hamburg. So check it out, and thanks for checking us out.
Yeah, go check
Rad,
it
Bad,
out.
and Sad show.
Bring us. We've never been.
That's true. We would love to go. Have fun.